Good morning. So Nathan had to attend a funeral this morning, so he's off to that. And I'm just here planning out my day. And I don't think I can test, I can test my air conditioning on my own. Right now my car is like in our garage, so I can't really, we have a really tiny garage, so I don't know if I can get to it super easily. But I might back it out later after street sweeping's done and people move out of the way of my garage, so I can actually, get my car out of the garage. They're not supposed to park there, but they do it anyway. Whatever. So I might try to test the pressure on that myself. I did want to do it with Nathan since he was helping me with it the other day, but he's probably not going to be back until this evening, so I don't know. And then I want to do revisions, but then I'm also feeling restless and want to tackle tidying projects in this room. This corner in particular is bugging me. I have all these loose photos, but then photos in frames too. Oh, it's baby Jessica and baby Nathan. That's 7 years ago. That's before we were even dating. Oof. Dusty. So I have all these framed photos, and in my last place I had them displayed, but there's really no place to display them here, so I feel like I need to take them out of the frames. Whoops. And put them in an album or something and wipe off the dust. My goodness. But yeah, and these are all my old diaries and journals and some old planners. This is a photo album. This is obviously a reader. Overall I'm pretty happy with the progress we've made on this place as far as organizing things and even getting my new bookshelf, which I think I have clips of, so I'll put those in here from earlier this summer. One of my summer projects is definitely to clean up this corner because it's a mess. I've got all my Erin Condren old planners here. I've got a basket of, my sticker stuff, and really this table that I used to use for everything, but now, we have Nathan's desk, so I don't need this. It's not serving the purpose it needs to serve, so I'm thinking about getting a shelf for here. I got my tripod, I got something that should probably be hung on the wall. That's my laundry, obviously. So I just want to make this corner a lot more inviting, especially because you see it right when you walk through the door, and this is kind of embarrassing. So I'm just clicking through a few different options at Target in white because I feel like that's the easiest to match. This would be cool, but if I had more space to work with to look cool, but I don't. I feel like this one would fit the space better. It's just a double decker of this one, and I don't know, I think it would look cool. Maybe it would provide enough storage but also look nice. I don't know. This one's probably just a little too small for my taste, for what I need it for. This one is cool, but again, probably not enough storage. This one's kind of the best option, I think. And it's only $40. Yay, I got a shelf!
Well, we can just let it sit for a second.
Yeah, I didn't need to put it together at this second. We may or may not have the tools to put it together.
To land on.
How's it going?
It's going.
Yay.
It's not complicated.
Weird. I'm used to complicated.
Don't do this. We might have to do one of these sometime. And then it says we need to talk. ... Yeah. You and I have a long history of bank and we haven't been found out yet. You need to end your turn, dude. It's done. Please roll a 2 or.
And then obviously we got the air conditioner, which has been great because it gets very hot in this room, or very hot on the second level of our house in general. So my little Frigidaire friend, which it takes up a lot of space, but it's worth it. It doesn't, when it gets really hot outside, it's still just kind of Like if you're in here at 3 p.m., it's not going to be like ice cold in here, but at least like if I have to be up here to get ready for something or like to grab something, I can just switch this on for a little bit and then like it's fine. Sorry, my computer just did something weird. But yeah, I'm waiting for Nathan to get back to me. He might not get back to me very immediately though, which is understandable considering where he is right now, but I'm getting kind of anxious about the air conditioning and I want to test it on my own, but I also I don't know, I feel like it's not a good idea to test it with no one else around in case something happens. I don't know. I wish I could just fix stuff on my own, but yeah, I might film a plan with me for next week, which will be the first week of the semester. Yeah, I'm feeling like anxious about the semester starting, so I would like to get that out of the way just to kind of have next week laid out. Next week is kind of like a half week because only one of my jobs starts next week. My other job that is like more hours doesn't start till the second week of the semester. So next week will be a good way to ease into things. But it's still the first week of the semester and I'm gonna start getting homework, so yeah, I kind of just want to lay everything out, like plan everything out, you know? Oh, and I ordered some books yesterday. I can't remember if I know I didn't tell you that. I ordered Ulysses because that's like going to be the main component for one of the classes I'm taking. I'm taking Irish literature. And then I ordered Flush by Virginia Woolf, which I already read. I read a library copy this summer, but I loved it so much. It's about a dog. So I decided to just get it because I was, you know, free shipping anyway with my total order. And then what else did I buy? I bought a book called A Line Made by Walking. It was published like 2 years ago. It's also for the Irish literature class. It's by an author named Sarah Baum. And most of my other books for that class, because there's like 14 books on the list, I don't know if we're gonna read all of them. That seems like a lot. I guess maybe we will. I don't know. All the other books, except for like a drama anthology that I can't find anywhere, so I'll figure that out next week, next Tuesday. I checked them out from the library, and the one that I ordered, the two that I ordered yesterday, Ulysses and the Sarah Baum book, I wanted to have my own copy of Ulysses just to like make notes. I don't remember enjoying that book the last time I had. I mean, I've never read like all of it, but we read like a excerpt and I was like, this is not my thing. But the other book, first of all, the cover is really pretty, so I ordered a hardcover version, which I never do, but it was pretty, so yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna like the book, but it's pretty, so that's a good decision. But yeah, the rest of the books I got out from the library and I have them here, so I'll show you since I'm blabbering on about this. So yeah, this is where I have all the other books out from the library. Some of them are interlibrary loans from other campuses, so I'm gonna have to probably return them before we read them in the class. But at least I can kind of flip through them and decide which ones I want to buy versus which ones I just want to borrow from other people or from the library. And then a bonus is that I already have the collected poems of Yeats from a class I took as an undergrad, so I don't have to re-buy that one. And then so far for my other two classes, there aren't any books listed. I'm assuming there's going to be like at least one book for each of those classes. One of them is a creative writing class and one of them is a teaching class. So I know we'll have some sort of rating, but there's nothing listed on like the bookshop website. So I'll just go to class next week and figure out what I need. Okay, Nathan's not going to be back until pretty late, so I think I'm just going to try to figure this out on my own. Carefully, with gloves. And I'm going to be wearing my sunglasses, because we're dealing with a highly pressurized system. Right now, it seems to be blowing cold. I haven't driven the car in 2 days, so maybe it's fine, I don't know. And it's kind of warm outside, and it's still blowing cold air. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a pressure reading just to check what's going on. Okay, that's what I want to see. Okay, I still don't know if that fixed the problem entirely, but at least I can put my mind at ease that I didn't overfill it and that the pressure's not too high right now. But it was on the low end of filled, which is kind of concerning because we did put, I thought, a lot of refrigerant in. So there might be a leak. If you don't know, like 2 years ago, I spent like $1,000 on the air conditioning in my car because the mechanic I took it to initially thought the condenser was broken, so he replaced that. That didn't fix it, so he's like, oh, you need a new compressor. So he replaced that. So to have spent that much money and to have had like components of the system replaced and then to have it continue to not work 2 years later, just 2 years later, is very frustrating. And I can't go back to that mechanic because that's back in Davis and I don't, you know, I live far away from there now. So I don't know. Maybe Nathan can help me fill this up a little bit more because we still have a little bit of refrigerant left. And we'll do it very carefully this time. I think the issue the other day was that it was starting to get hot outside. And obviously this gauge is not like super sensitive. This is like your do-it-yourself, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know how accurate it is. It also said, okay, apparently I'm just talking to you a lot because that last clip cut me off, or my camera cut me off because the camera filled up. But what I was saying was that I think what might have happened with that pressure gauge is that it got hot outside the longer we were out there using it, so we might have gotten a bad reading the other day. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna leave it alone. Nathan said he can help me fill it up a little bit more, like very carefully tonight when he gets back, so we'll try that. And yes, my car is still gross, even though, you know, I said the other day that we were gonna clean it, because after dealing with the air conditioning, I was super tired and, like I said, wheezing from my cough, so I didn't end up washing my car the other day, so maybe I'll do that this weekend because it needs it really badly. Alright, it's 5 o'clock. I worked on the proposal a little bit and I set up my academic planner for September, which is proposal time. So this is my academic planner that I've been using. So I haven't really been using these notes pages though. So, oh well. But yeah, I set up September because this deadline is definitely coming up.